Hey queens, I have to be a little bit honest with you guys. I have been stalling this video for several months because I was just way too lazy to go around and actually edit this, but now I'm finally doing it, so I hope you guys like it. Basically, in this video, I have to kill every single enemy in The Last of Us Part 1. Now, this will count as a failure if I'm not able to kill every single enemy, even if it's out of bounds or if they spawn infinitely. I'm sorry, I know I'm hard on myself, but I have to be a perfectionist here. Besides that, anything goes as long as I kill everyone. Also, if you're wondering why I have this on the PS4 version instead of the PS5, it's because I played this before I got the PS5 version, so the quality is going to be a bit meh. I decided to do this challenge on Survivor mode because I hate myself. I also have to count 2 failures to the challenge right off the bat because of stupid prologue infected that I can't kill. And all of this was because I was holding Sarah instead of a gun. I mean, at least she's dead, so she won't hurt our challenge anymore. I am going to unconventionally not count this area as a failure because we only fight the QZ guards later in the game and they're not our enemies, so I won't count it.
I am the romantic type.
You got your ways.
That's what Joel's gonna do to me in the bedroom tonight. The runners in this little building area were really easy to take down. However, there is a time where a group of runners come after us and we don't kill all of them, but since it's in a cutscene, I won't count it as a failure.
Joel!
I'm alive.
Joel, please get up! No!
The clicker fight in the museum was really annoying because I hate killing clickers and they're my least favorite infected type, so having a whole group of them coming at me was an absolute nightmare. Also, I am sorry because a few of my fights got deleted, so I don't have the footage of them. The station fight was honestly pretty meh. To be honest, I did forget to record most of this in classic Amon fashion, but it was alright.
Now we tried. Let's just go home.
I'm not going anywhere.
I actually didn't know that you could fight the first group of enemies, so this part was really fun. At first, I did stupidly just try and wait for them right at the entrance, but that worked out, awesomely. Eventually, I tried working out a different strat and it went well. Also, I may be effed up for this, but I find it so funny when you just see Tess phased into the map. The next fight was actually a bitch! I hate the strangling animations in this game because enemies can just shoot at you. Which, to be fair, I know that seems very self-explanatory, but if they're shooting at you, you would think that they would stop strangling them, but no, that doesn't happen. The fight on the bottom floor was no problemo because I just stealth killed all of the enemies like a librarian does when she wants you to be quiet. Ellie was a little bit weirded out by my Spanish, so she decided to salsa dance in the middle of the train station. Also, I should mention that as Ellie and I go down into the train station, there's a Humphy that's after us, and because we're still playable when it's there, I'm gonna count it as another failure. I then walked in the middle of the forest like I was in a nature documentary or something. However, the reporters were a little bit mad at me for stealing their shine, so they came after me. The hanging fight was actually no problem until Bill saved me, and there was a bunch of infected that I couldn't kill. Gosh darn it, Bill. Of course your fat ass would run to the food instead of helping me kill all the infected. The street fight was easy as an apple pie. I, for some reason, find this to be one of my favorite fights in the entire game for no clear reason, but I don't care.
Hey! What'd I say to you when we walked down the steps? What'd I say?
I'm just fixing your stupid pile.
Don't touch!
Well, if you got anything to confess, this would be the place to do it.
He found one of the guns that I had hidden because I also lied about having only one gun and also Austin shot Gil in the arm. Anyways, after that very normal confession, we decided to fight some clickers in a graveyard because why not test out death? The suburban fight was honestly really boring, so I'm skipping past it. We wanted to do some more nice gestures, so we decided to slaughter an entire family of clickers. That's so nice. We also totally did not reference the Walking Dead game with a treehouse. The inside and outside school fights were really easy because I had a ton of ammo and melee weapons to kill all of the infected with. Honestly, you'd think I would run out of supplies, but I didn't because the game and my allies just kept giving me stuff. The bloater fight was also surprisingly insanely easy, but I do have to count a failure when I'm trying to leave with Bill and Ellie. There is a other consecutive failure after this, as when we're going away, there's infected that we can't kill.
Hear me. My hand.
The first fight in Pittsburgh was manageable but challenging. Honestly, when I played The Last of Us again, I realized going on the right side is way better. I can still help my past self. I normally don't kill the 3 guys by the truck, so finding a strategy here was a little bit annoying and convoluted, but eventually I found out that placing a smoke bong a smoke bong? Are you fucking kidding me? I was clenching my teeth for the bookstore fight, but it actually did not end up being bad at all. This version of the game is so much easier than the new one. The hotel fight was a lot of screaming, running for my life, and getting killed by guys with melee weapons. It was really funny though how Ellie just completely despawned when I got killed. Joel did pick up a little bit of Bill's big back tendencies, so he fell all of the way down the elevator. The stalkers and bloater were a little bit irritating, so I did die a few times here, but eventually I did kill everyone, and I even got a nail bomb as a present. Yay! The next fight was also irritating as fuck because I had the tiniest smidgen of health left.
What about me?
You stay here.
This is so stupid. We'd have more of a fucking chance if you let me help.
I am.
Now I shall suffer the punishment of doing a meme that absolutely nobody can understand. The rest of the fight was okay though. I just burrowed in a little side part of a building and stealth killed the enemies or took them by surprise. The next fight was really awesome, yeah. My health amount totally helped me out here. That fucking truck fight pissed me the fuck off because it was an absolute mess. I don't even know how I got through here on my first try without dying. I'm genuinely impressed, and I should get a freaking medal. Joel suddenly had the idea to become a professional boxer, so he just started beating up Henry, although they didn't really like the idea of that. The next fight was also pretty hard because none of my allies helped me, which is very contradictory because why have a game where I have allies yet they don't help me? The only way that these guys are ever helpful is to be a lamb and give me supplies. They became even more useless as they left us for dead just because they thought we could beat up the military people. The next fight pissed... Oh my god. What the fuck? I have yet another failure to add to the challenge. I really hate Pittsburgh, but I mean, at least it's over.
No time to argue.
Ellie! Damn it! Ah!
To be honest, the sewer section was very underwhelming, so I'm just gonna all clump it up into one small section. Besides the very end, which was very annoying, plus it adds another failure to the challenge. I mean, it sucks, but you gotta live with what you get. I really love that I would do a terrible job at permadeath in this game. I mean, the second one is pretty easy, but this game is an absolute nightmare. Joel wanted to mix up his boxing career, so he decided to get into knife fighting. Ooh, spicy. That's how boxing works, right?
I know, I am too.
Alright, next row, let's see him shooting.
The raider fights were alright. I just had a plentiful amount of bottles and bricks, so it wasn't too bad.
It's like, we gotta run, and so we dove over these tables, and this huge guy blasted with a shotgun.
The next fight was as you'd expect. I had to do all of the work, and Tommy was slacking along like a minimum wage employee. Disappointing, but also expected.
Everyone I have cared for has either died or left me. Everyone fucking except for you. So don't tell me that I would be safer with someone else, because the truth is I would just be more scared.
Afterwards, I played some Ring Around the Rosies with some guys, but eventually I was done with their beeswax, so I just killed them. I am also going to group up all of the fights that happened in the university section because I do not want this video to be tedious for you guys. And there wasn't really anything noteworthy that happened here, so I don't want to dive deep into something that I don't even care to talk about. Except Ellie being a good ally and actually being a stealthy weapon for me.
That's the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
And the game is pissing me off right off the bat. I absolutely despised how small this room was, and I even got a fail after all of that shit. I know, I'm sounding like Daniel Diaz in the Lone Wolf ending. The next fight was easy enough. I used bricks and bottles once again to my advantage. Also, I one-shotted the bloater, which I'm really sad you can't do in the remake. The next fight was honestly pretty chill. I really love being a stealth queen. Also, did anybody notice this small little island just in the middle of the lake? Because I've played this game a few times and I never noticed. It's honestly kind of cool. Honestly, the next fight went pretty well too. I managed to snipe all of the guys through the windows, and that was a pretty high achievement for me. The Joel fight was pretty fun, as I always just crawl onto this little wooden crate and snipe the enemies from up above. I actually am going to add another failure for Ellie's part because David and his cronies are talking, but I can't get to him. Joel then killed some guys and enjoyed some texture bugs. Wow, that sounds terrible on the menu. Spring. Everybody's favorite season of the year. Am I right? It's calm, the flowers are blooming, right? Wrong! I hated this part of The Last of Us. Well, maybe not the sections, but definitely the fight seems to come on this challenge. I kid you not, the tunnels was one of the most difficult parts of this entire game. I had almost no supplies, and I had to kill 3 bloaters all by myself. I actually had a very unconventional strategy how to beat all of the infected here is by letting all of my supplies waste out, then wait for Ellie to give me more supplies and then use those supplies to kill the bloater. It was a bit convoluted, but eventually I got everyone out of here.
I think we got on.
I think you're right.
Endure and survive.
Joel got a little bit too muscular from boxing all the time, which honestly, I don't mind. But regardless, he made an entire bus fall into the rapids. Marlene graciously gave me an invitation to KO all of the Fireflies in a boxing match. How sweet of her. All of the Firefly fights were exactly how you'd imagine they'd be. Hard, annoying, and supply-sucking. I did not like a single section of this part, and a comparable part of the second game is Santa Barbara, which I despise with every fiber of my being. This one is for killing me in the second game, Abby. Still love you, though. And for the game to rub it in my face one last time, I have one final failure to add to the challenge. Anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. This challenge actually had way fewer failures than I thought it would originally have. I hope you guys liked this video, and I'll see you guys the next time. Bye!